Warning, this video does contain spoilers for Fire Emblem Three Houses. As you will see in the end of this video, it gets cut off pretty abruptly. We do plan on doing more parts of this, and therefore these topics will continue. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome to today's BrewsideChat. Today's topic will be about a certain game that came out recently, and here to join me is my boyfriend, Odds.
Hello.
We will be talking about Fire Emblem Three Houses. As I mentioned, it just came out last week.
A couple of weeks ago.
I
think.
Well, we got it as soon as it came out, and we wanted to share our experiences as we were playing through. We have not finished the game, but we do plan on it. This will just be a review as we are playing. So,
kind of like just thoughts of while we're going through it. At least we haven't hit what everyone has called the big event.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, I don't want to figure out what it is.
Yeah, we've been trying to avoid spoilers like the plague, and it's been fantastic, might I add, trying to do that.
Leaving the freaking Fire Emblem Heroes, I threw my phone.
Oh yeah.
Hey, one of the characters, not gonna name it, is transforming, and I'm like, no!
Oh,
no,
that
isn't happening in our story yet! Stay away!
Yeah, they were like, I can't show my true form here. We're like, excuse me? We didn't ask for this. And then went to fight said person, and he realized that they were going to transform, quote unquote, and was frantically tapping to get out of it. Like, no.
Until I just looked away instead of started mashing buttons on my phone. Thank God an ad didn't pop up, or it would have been really awkward. Why do you have 4 transactions? And then no reason.
So, what are your thoughts on the beginning scene, the very beginning scene, intro of the entire game? What are your thoughts on it?
At least I feel like I'm excited. Going and doing seeing the opening of it and just seeing the cinematic for it, I thought was very captivating, at least in my opinion, because I thought, being someone that's played through all recent Fire Emblems, being from Awakening up, it captured the tone. Anyways, that captured the tone, at least, of what they wanted to set for this one. That it was more something happened in the past, and it's gonna affect the future. And I at least thought the animation of it was really good.
I loved the animation. I thought the animation was beautiful, and the whole opening scene with the war, and you've got we find out later the sword of the creator. I personally lost my mind over that sword, because if you have not seen it yet, it is basically it's a sword, and then you can fling it out into a whip and hit the guy hits multiple targets at once, and it's beautiful. I love it. Oh my god.
Well, the thing that was really interesting is that at the opening of the game, you don't even know that's you're gonna wield that.
Exactly.
If you didn't look at any trailers or anything, then you know that you'll wield it, but you also see it, and spoilers to anyone that hasn't played it yet, but swinging, you finally get that sword, and it's just kind of satisfying to see that's what
love
you get.
Seeing I love the animation for it. It's just I'm going to talk about the animation a lot, because the animation in this game, as far as I have seen, has been really, really good. And because I am an art nerd, I love animation, and I love smooth, fluent animation, and Dimitri has very pretty sweat and oh my god, he's got pretty boy sweat.
So we're gonna move on to when they start showing off all the houses.
Whenever they started showing off all of the houses, I love a lot of them. I love a lot of the characters. There are a few that I have not personally grown attached to. Like Hilda, I don't think she's a very good character.
Well, I just find it funny because you chose the Black Eagles.
I chose the Black Eagles, and he chose the Blue Lions. So we went into this, and he was a little disappointed because he wanted to be Black Eagles first, but because I said it, he was like, okay, I'll just go to the Blue Lions. He came into it completely like, I guess this will be fine. And then come to find out he loves his people. Like,
I love mine. But that's because all mine work well together. Like we all are buddy-buddy.
Exactly. They're like a big family team, and I love them. And then you've got mine, on the other hand, they all hate each other. And, I
just find it very funny because for the longest time we were like, well, for me, I was like, well, crap, you chose the Black Eagles. Who am I going to go with? And then I was like, let me look at the background for all these houses. And I was like, I fit the Blue Lions the most. I got to go to the Blue Lions. So going to the Blue Lions, it being like, all right, this is the house that I would choose. And after a while, it was like, blue's my favorite color. A lion's pretty cool. This will be interesting. And I like some of the characters. And it's funny that I've gone from like, I'll enjoy them for a decent amount of time and then I'll want to get other people, to then being like, honestly, just want Petra. Everyone else kind of don't care about.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, everyone else
Petra is the only, like, precious being of the entire game. I will protect her with my life.
No, because you like my one guy in my group.
I do really like Sylvain. Like, I love Sylvain now. And in the speed paint, you'll see I'm actually drawing Ferdinand, and I only drew Ferdinand because I could not remember Sylvain's hair, and
it's funny because you're working on Dedue right now too.
Yeah, I also really like
Dedue.
Like, I really like Dedue, and even though, you know, he's kind of the stereotypical, like, bodyguard, no-talk type character, I think he's got a really interesting backstory.
But it's funny, because that's probably a reason I really like him, because, you know, I used to always have that one friend in my group that was, like,
that was all muscle.
And you just feel like, yeah, hey. And Dedue isn't a lughead, to be honest. He's got kind of the most interesting character out of any. He has a very
interesting. He has a very interesting backstory, in my opinion. I'm interested in his backstory.
It just makes me feel bad because this game is very.
It hits hard. It hits hard on so many levels.
Warning to anyone that kind of gets a little, like, triggered very easily.
Yeah, like if you get triggered easily with certain topics, then you may or may not like this game.
I don't even like using that type of word because I feel like it is like connotation. But literally, where Dedue is always like, "Oh, I'm this type."
There are characters that are straight up racist.
Right.
Let's be real here. There are racists in this game.
There are plenty of racism in this game because it's not even just him. Because remember, people were being racist towards Petra also.
Yeah.
I remember
because
one
she's
of the
from Bridget.
Right, and one of the people were like really rude to her because she was from that region. And I'm like, okay. But then you have people like Ash, who's like.
He's a commoner that became noble, and he's like, I love him so much. Oh my god.
But it was funny because, like, how Ash was just, like, with Petra at a, at a stand, and stuff happens, because I don't want to spoil it.
No, you can. I'm gonna put a spoiler warning in the video.
Alright.
So.
But, like, her pulling out the knife and everything towards the
the shopkeeper,
and she's like, she challenged me to a duel, and Ash is like,
I just wanted to talk about my bargains.
Ash was like, put down the sword. I think there was a misunderstanding. And she's like, there's no possible way. And he's like, probably. Can we just talk this through for a second? She's like,
because you definitely see, like, whenever you first get introduced to Petra, of course, like we just mentioned, she's from Bridget, she's from another country, and she's actually the princess of Bridget. And whenever she leaves this school, she's supposed to go back to Bridget and actually become queen. But because she's at this school, Bridget has a different language, and she's trying to learn. I can't remember the language of.
She's Fodlan. She's trying
Fodlan?
to learn Fodlan.
Fodlan.
Because
okay.
That's what Dudu and
that's what everybody
Petra
else
are like. We need to learn Fodlan.
Yeah.
Because I specifically remember how
you've heard that word so many times that you're like, I can't get it out of my head. Yeah, so she's trying to learn Fodlan while she's going to school, and of course, you know, she messes up her words sometimes, and I think it's absolutely adorable.
It's adorable, and I really... It makes me really like her, and both of us... what I like to do in these newer Fire Emblem games is at least to pick out, because I'm a bit of a weeb, and I pick out my waifu, and she picks out her husbando. And
oh my god, it
I
took me.
completely fell in love with Petra. There's a couple of other female characters that I'm like, yeah, I like them, but I don't...
They're not complete waifu material.
Right, they're not like... Or...
That was how I was with a lot of the characters. Like, I like a lot of the guy characters, but a whole lot of them are... Like, Ferdinand is stuck up as all get out. Right. Ash is adorable, but I would probably see him more as a son.
Unless, like...
in my playthrough, because I'm not with the Blue Lions, Dudu refuses to talk to me. So
you have to get him to talk to
like,
you. It's the biggest thing. That is the funniest part. Is that you literally need to make him talk to you because he refuses, and it's because he's like, I don't want people thinking bad of you because you're talking to me. Because, like I said, there are big racists in this game. I hate to cut you off, but we're
really close to the edge.
I know you guys can't.
We've still got
see,
a bit.
We can't. You guys can't see. Well, you could see the like runtime of this, but I'm like
we're watching it as we're recording, and it's
it's being. But, she told me what time she would like her stuff, and like I'm not trying to cut her off or anything. Yeah. Literally, I'm just trying to get it to where we.
Yeah. So real quick, real quick, our theories on the big event and what we would hope for the rest of the game.
What I would hope for... I mean, do you want to go first or you want me to go?
No, you can go ahead.
Okay. What I really think is going to happen is how she said, let me show you my true form. She's going to show that, but then it's going to cause a ripple effect into their world, causing something to happen, and then it makes your character vanish for 5 years, and something happens after those 5 years. You come back as in something like just something completely annihilated the place. Yeah. And you gotta come back in and try and be like, hey, Blue Lions, Black Eagles, Golden Deer, yeah. And then they're like, well, we all hate each other. So.
Well, thank you for joining today's Brewside Chat. Be sure to check out my other social media platforms, and I hope you have a magical evening. Bye-bye!
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanity.